Confidence Coach. We are talking about sales this week. We are talking about sales and selling. I am so happy to be having this conversation with you. It has come up now with my clients now that I have selling and sales on my mind. I'm speaking about it with everyone, opening it up, making it non-threatening, helping people figure it out, understand how important it is. And so I'm so glad to be doing this 5-part series with you this week. This week so far, we talked about two things. One, know your product or service, and two, know your market. Monday, we talked about know your product or service. That seems like a funny thing. You would think you would know what you were selling, but when it comes down to it, many solopreneurs or entrepreneurs, and even people in business, don't have a good handle on really easily, quickly, smoothly, professionally articulating their services or perhaps their products. Yesterday, I talked about knowing your market. Are you B2B or B2C? What does that mean? Do you talk to businesses to get hired, or do you speak directly to customers to get hired? Which is it for you? Also, do you know your cohort? If you use online business in any way, shape, or form, when you look into that webcam, do you know exactly to whom you are speaking? Because if you don't, your sales is floundering. Know your market. If you have different markets, then whether you're in person doing in-person sales by phone or setting up networking appointments and doing it person to person or online, then when you're speaking, know which market you're speaking to. It's okay to have multiple service lines. I have multiple service lines. I work with women individually in their personal confidence area, helping them look forward and finding their passion and finding purposefulness again. That's on the personal side. And I work with women business owners. I work with women who have started their own businesses. They are not highly confident that they are right on key with their marketing or sales or whatever. But for me, both of them are in the same cohort, women in the second half of life. So that would be the common denominator. So know your market. Today is the third part of our series, and I want to speak with you about knowing your statistics and your outcomes. Now, I knew that I was going to be speaking about this today, so I asked a couple of people about this, and I wasn't really surprised to learn that small business owners or solopreneurs, women working on their own in business, don't have a good handle on their statistics. How many people have you served? How many products have you sold? What are people saying? Have you done any surveying? Have you had any conversation? What is your renewal rate? What is your loyalty rate? These are things, your best future customers or clients are your previous clients or customers. Your best renewals are the people who have already been working with you. Your loyalty rate is very important. So again, knowing that I was going to be speaking about this with you today, I did some work myself because I became aware that I didn't really know my own statistics. Okay, I have clients up the wazoo and I get new clients all the time, and I have created these organic marketing opportunities where people say to me, I'd love to work with you as a coach. And I say, great, I'd love to. Right? I do a discovery call and they say, I'd love to work with you. And that is the pipeline that I have created through my marketing that I do. So I don't buy leads. I don't do any lead generation. I don't use tools of technology to do cold selling. And that's okay if that works for you. But any way, shape, or form, it still is vitally important for you to know your statistics and outcomes. So I did a little analysis of my own business so I could share information with you. I went back. I've only been a coach for 5 years. I thought it was 6 years, to tell you the truth. I did do a lot of work that first year, like preparing and getting set up and and had a lot of conversations. I think it was more like surveying and focus group and what do you think? And I'm thinking about doing this. But I formally started coaching only 5 years ago. So just got quickly into my intuitive space. And so that's why my business is moving like a well-oiled machine right now. So of the clients whom I delineated, I have files on. That does not include countless people I have coached freely by phone who have called me or referred me to people and, you know, done free conversations. I do that all the time because I love what I do. I want to make a difference. Why wouldn't I do that? Right? So I've had 51 clients in 5 years, an average of 10 clients a year. 10 clients a year. So my average program, I guess you might say, or package has been 3 to 4 months. And I have moved it up to 6 months now because the efficacy is completely different with 6 months when you really get a chance to really get in with a delicious conversation with clients and really get connected with them and offering them an opportunity to do to really make a transformative difference in their lives. I'm moving to 6 months, but to this point, I started out doing 3 months. Then I moved it to 4 months for my personal intensive. Now I'm focusing on clients for 6 months. I do have a transition package, which is 4 sessions. It's an introductory package. It's a low cost buy-in for me to, you know, let people see how I do my work, etc. And many of my clients have started, and that is what gave me a 40% renewal rate. When I counted up all of my clients and I wrote down renew next to their names, I counted up that I have a 40% renewal rate. To me, I think that's extraordinary. What do you think? I don't know. I think that's pretty good. I'm delighted with it. And there's another statistic that I can share with you about my business, and that is that my renewals are, I don't know, I was going to say top heavy or back heavy. I don't know. I've had more renewals in the last 2 to 3 years than I had in the first 1 to 2 years. So it's a clear show of the statistics I did, the analysis, that I must have gotten better going deeper and deeper with clients because the renewal rate has increased exponentially over time as we got closer to today. So I have an overall average of a 40% renewal rate. And as I said, that's just great work waiting to happen. If you do great work with clients, if you have great customer service and product sales, then your customers are going to come back to you over and over, right? If you're, you know, Amazon, you have quick service and this and that and, you know, whatever, and you get good reviews and you can check on the reviews and all of that, you're going to go back and back and back and order again and again. If you have a business where you had terrible customer service, a restaurant or a shop, a boutique, you're never going back there. Same with us. Same for those of us in the service business. If somebody has a bad experience with me, not only are they never coming back to me, but they're going to go on and, you know, say, you know, give me a bad review or say bad things to me or whatever, possibly. Instead, the second part of what I want to talk about are the outcomes, right? There's the statistics, the analysis, but also your outcomes. If you're in sales, then you need to understand your outcomes in order to be ready for what we're going to talk about tomorrow, which is seminal messaging points for sales. And part of your seminal messaging points is, here's my impact. Here are the outcomes. I'll always ask, I have a scale that I use for my clients to have them understand where they started with me and where they ended with me. I'm a confidence coach. How confident do you feel? Do you feel more confident in your business that you're on the path that you want to be on? On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put yourself? How do you rate it? So I have outcomes. I also ask for testimonials. So I show my outcomes on my website. I have 100 testimonials on my website. I have a few dozen or several dozen now testimonials on my link, recommendations they're called, on my LinkedIn profile. But the most important thing is personal referrals. That's actually one thing that I didn't do. I will do that for my own edification later. How many of my current clients came as personal referrals from someone else? That's the best thing, because that's other people becoming your sales force without you having to pay them. I had somebody today tell me, I talk about you all the time with other people. I always want people to work with you. It's the best thing I ever did. And so, so knowing your outcomes, being easily able to articulate that what one of my clients told me, I never imagined that I could feel this confident in my business because I always felt completely overwhelmed. I had no idea really what I was doing or if I was going in the right direction even or not. Now I feel more confident that it's okay for me to kind of go forward, but not get it right all the time. And people in my accountability group gave me testimonials that I honestly couldn't believe. I honestly really brought tears to my eyes for the feedback that I've gotten from people and how much they appreciate my accountability group, which is one of my business services. I do this a lot for free. I do this a lot for fun, but I do need to generate income for my business, right? And so one of my pie slices, I call them, on the financial pie, is my accountability group. And that's one of the service lines that I have to sell. I'm selling it right now. If you're a woman in business and you're looking for a safe space with accountability and an opportunity to learn and grow yourself as a leader without worrying about exposing your vulnerabilities, then my women's business accountability group is for you. It's the next round is starting on July 6th, and I would love to see you there if those things meet your need. If you have a need for a safe space to go, to ask questions, and also to share everything about your business. There's no competition in my group. We sell to each other. We hire each other. We tell each other about what we do. It's fabulous. So that's me selling. It's that simple. I love my accountability group, and I want you in it if you're really ready to join a cohort of women who are serious about being on this path. I can tell you that because of the outcomes that I myself have tracked and measures. Those testimonials are on my website in the About section. And that is vitally important if you're in sales. Knowing your statistics, being able to articulate them like I did to you, being a coach and having an average of 10 clients a year who are working with you between 4 and 6 months, that's a pretty good average for me, especially while supporting family members and wanting balance in your own life. I'm happy with that. A 40% renewal rate, I'm ecstatic with that. How many clients do you have, or how many customers do you have? What's your renewal rate? What are the outcomes that you're providing? All of this will help you with sales. Tomorrow, please join me again, and we'll talk about seminal messaging for your sales. Okay? All right, friends, thanks for joining me. See you tomorrow.